Good evening, everybody. My name is Modesta, and I'm here representing Godisa Technologies Trust in Botswana. Godisa Technologies Trust is actually a non-profit social enterprise. Our what we actually do is manufacture and distribute solar rechargeable hearing aids and empower deaf people through employment and education opportunities. Our core values: deaf empowerment through training and employment, and respect and dignity for all. That is a picture of our solar charger, and how it works is that it harnesses the sun's energy using the sun, recharges the battery inside the hearing aid itself, and on a rainy day you know that you'll have battery power. Even if the sun is not there, you still have backup batteries at the back which work with it. Now, our organization only started in 2002, and we got together as a team. There are 10 of us. 8 of us are deaf. And in that team, we sat down and discussed the possibilities of ensuring hearing aid use. One of the biggest problems we have in Africa, not only in Africa, but in developing countries, is that about 80% of people with hearing impairment actually live in developing countries. About 6 million hearing aids annually are manufactured, and we receive less than 7% of that annual production of hearing aids. What does this mean for a deaf person in a developing country? It means that being born deaf or becoming deaf, even after you've been employed and grown up and living a normal life, it's a promise to poverty, it's a promise to no self-sustainability in life. 90% of the children who are born also reside in developing countries. The 3 biggest problems can be defined as the cost of hearing aids and the related services, the cost of batteries, and again, access to those services and products. What we decided when we came together, our innovations were, having developed and produced a solar rechargeable hearing aid battery and AA battery recharger, we pioneered the development of the first rechargeable low-cost size 13 and size 675 battery, which in combination represents probably about 80% of all the hearing aid batteries which are used worldwide in all the hearing aids manufactured. We've also developed a low-cost portable audiometer. It's one thing to receive a hearing aid and give it out, but you also have to have the related services, which are the testing of hearing aids and making sure that you've actually dispensed the correct product for a person. What have been the outputs? Apart from developing the first 3 solar rechargeable analog hearing aids, what we have also done is, through this project, we've employed people. We have trained deaf trainers to train other deaf people in similar projects. We have had studies run on our projects because we believe not in just giving out a low-cost, affordable product, but it has to be a quality product. A poor person, a person in developing countries, is just as equal a person as anyone else is. And here are pictures of some of the teams. These are deaf colleagues working together and, of course, being trained. Now, so far, what has happened is that because we actually came up with this solution, we have had interest from different parts of the world. Right now, through the Lemelson Foundation, a group called Aurora has been sponsored to actually start up a group, a Godisa-like setup, which will also train deaf people, have deaf people manufacture for other deaf people in their areas. That's in Brazil. The same interest is coming up in Jordan, Mali, and Pakistan. So through our mission sharing, through our consolidated efforts, we are looking forward to bringing down the cost of hearing healthcare in developing countries. As an aside, as part of deaf empowerment awareness programs, we've also been able to make awareness about HIV and AIDS to deaf people. Most of the time, since the beginning of campaigns for HIV and AIDS, a lot of information has been given out to people, but nothing has ever been put in the sort of format that could reach people with hearing impairment. The impact, what we see greater access to educational systems. Once you're able to fit a hearing aid onto your child, he has the chance of going through an educational system, going through social learning to be able to look after himself. We also have changed the perception of people in developing countries, in that they believe that people who are disabled, like in Africa and Botswana, we literally call them unwhole people, which is culturally wrong and politically wrong. Perceptions are beginning to change. We've also developed ourselves, and we're proud to say that we are a model of self-sustainability with a social mission. And of course, at the end, we see a healthier, better educated person. Now, deaf technicians do share in this solar aid success. We're looking forward to the project in Brazil and others like it. We're hoping to be able to, in the span of the next 5 years or so, to be able to successfully set up the 4 Godisa-like projects on the continents. Thank you very much.